Okay, so into '83, you decide you retire the Nolan hull, and it gets sold off or whatnot, and you get the Atlas. How did you get the boat from Fran?
Well, I've mentioned Fran and I and Jim Macero and his wife worked for me. She worked for me in our management. She had worked for Pay and Pack, and that's when they met Jim and her. And so anyway, we had a good relationship going with our camp, with theirs, and so well, what was your question again?
You get the Atlas boat. How did you get
Atlas
it from
boat.
Fran?
Well,
That's a two-time defending champion, Gold Cup winner boat. It was a top boat.
Yeah, he just had won at the Gold Cup right after he left us in Detroit. So, but in Detroit, he got a dent in the bottom of it, a little cup in the bottom of it. And so a lot of people felt that should be taken out. And Jim was selling a couple other boats too. He sold Worcester a boat, and he sold others, some of his hulls. But I wanted that one. I knew what it could do. And Chip ran it all season after they hit a wake, and it just put a dent in the honeycomb. But it ran well. It sat well. So I told our guys, don't ever take that out. I want to leave that in there. And I want that boat. And so we got it. It ran real well. And that's one that it performed excellently. We could convert it either way. It had both ways of running it. It would run with rolls, so we could put one of our engines in there. Our engines are real easy, and a lot of them at that time were starting to turn to turbine and everything else. And it ran great for us, and we broke records with Rolls-Royce engines in it over other people. It was a beautiful hull. I believed in a lot of things that Jim did in hulls long before that. When we built, Norm Berg built the boat for Atlas, the original Atlas, or one of the Atlas's boats that Bill had. So Norm Berg knew how to build a similar boat, but after I got it built, I found out that there were some things that Jim Lucero made big differences on how the Atlas ran. And so I wanted one of Jim's hulls. I love Jim's hulls. They did great. He knew how to put them together. They knew how to last. And so it took a good crewman. We also hired Jim Harvey at the time, who had been on the crew. So there were a lot of pluses for that hull, and it did it very good for us. It did, even with turbines, we did great running those, and we were always up there. I think in that season we were second nationally running with it. So
funny you mentioned that, because I was talking with Tommy, and he said that when I interviewed him earlier, he said he always competed against 3 turbines in that boat.
Yep.
He said you could always beat 2 of them, but never all 3 together.
Yeah.
He basically said what you said about a lot of second places.
Yeah.
You'd never take the top one, but he said it was, in his opinion, the best piston boat ever.
Yeah, it was. It was. I saw a picture somewhere. The pictures, I think you might have a picture of it, but we have a picture of it. A hydroplane will stay, maybe sometimes a quarter of the prop is in the water. But I've never known one to take off flying, and maybe the prop wasn't in the water. And we got a picture of Tom racing the boat, and the boat was so high, but Tom, it was ready to go over. Tom knew how to bring that baby down, because it was flying. And there's pictures of it. Somebody got a picture of it.
Wow.
And it was flying. It was airborne, the only way I can put it. If it was touching water, it was just taking an edge of a drink, because that baby was ready to go. And he brought it down. And wind got a hold of him, and it took it up. But he knew how to bring it down. Tom was an excellent driver.